Hello, and welcome to today's Tech Talk. In today's Tech Talk, my name is Dr. Johnson Iyilade, and in today's Tech Talk, I want to talk about will AI replace software engineers? Will AI replace software engineers? Now, this is one of the common questions that people have been asking, especially with the common trends that we are seeing with AI today, because there are so many AI tools that have been created in the last few years for coding. There are so many of them. Okay, there is OpenAI Codex, which is used for coding, and then Github Copilot also is also created for supporting software developers. So it's created by GitHub. Then ChatGPT is also something that a developer can go and just type what he is looking for, and it will generate the code. There are so many of them. Alpha Code, Tabnine, Codex 5, all of these tools have emerged in the last few years. And so the questions that people are asking, or what they are wondering about, is, will AI replace software engineering jobs? Now, one thing about AI is that the idea of AI has existed for decades. It has existed since the early 50s. So it's not something new. And there are so many instances where we have had a lot of hype about what AI would do, how AI would take over everything. Okay, so there are people that say robots and machines will replace human workers in factory. We won't need human workers in factory again. That's an hype. Okay, there are others that say, oh, AI will exceed human intelligence. That is, AI will be smarter than human beings. That's also an hype. It has existed for many years. Okay, then they also said autonomous driverless car will be the norm by 2018, because there was driverless car that was being created by a company. So people are thinking that by 2018, there will be no more driver. You won't have to drive again. But that's not the reality. This is 2024. So they were putting all these hypes, thinking that by 2018, there is no more driver. But still, we are still driving. Okay, then another hype that we have seen in the past is that AI drones will be everywhere. Everywhere you go, you will just see AI drones moving everywhere. Well, these are hypes. But beyond the hypes, we also have to understand the reality of the impact that AI is having in our world today. So beyond the confusion that most of these hypes can bring, we must also have clarity about what are the impacts that AI can have in our world or in what we do in our day-to-day work. Now, let me start by saying that there are different kinds of AI that you can think about. There is what is called narrow AI. Now, narrow AI is designed to solve a particular problem or designed for a specific task. Okay, but there is also general AI, which is much more like human intelligence. So they are thinking that everything that human being does, the AI will be able to do it. That is an hype that has not really manifest at the moment. What we have now is what we can call narrow AI, specifically designed to do a specific task. Okay, the other type, the third type, is called super AI, which is AI is actually much more intelligent than human being. It surpasses the human intelligence. That is also something that is not yet a reality. So what we have now is what we can call narrow AI. So would AI then replace the job of a software engineers? Because we have so many AI tools now that are created by different organizations that can generate code. Will AI replace the job of a software engineer? Well, from my perspective, having been in this field for many years, I believe that AI will never replace software engineers. I have background in computer science. I have my first degree, second degree, and third degree in that field. And I've been in this field for for many years. So I know that there are things that we have now that can help us to do our work better, but it's not going to replace the job that software engineers does. So if if the job that software engineers does will be replaced, then we will need a general AI or a super AI, which is not a reality of what we have now. What we still have is narrow. It can do some aspect of what human being does, but it can't do everything that human being does. So right now, we are not at that stage that AI will be able to replace human being or software developers. But now let's now make it a reality in terms of the current trends that we have now. So to clarify, I believe that AI will enhance the work that software developers are doing. It might now lead to downsizing the number of software developers that an organization or a business will need. Okay, so it will enhance the work. For example, maybe there is a project they are working on and it requires 5 or 10 developers. So now that AI can generate some code for the developers, they might need maybe less than that number. They might need about 2 or 3 developers so to do the work, because they can now use AI tools to enhance the work they do and also be able to generate the code in a faster way. So AI is not going to entirely replace it, but it might reduce the number of software developers that an organization will be hiring or they might be looking for. So the job of a software developer also is not just about writing code. There is a process that software developers, they go through. Their job is to solve business problems. And it's not just about coding that they start with. They start with a lot of requirement analysis. They plan the project, okay? They do some visual design, okay? The life cycle of what the project will look like. And then this next step is now doing the coding and implementation, then testing it, deploying it, and maintaining the code. So it's a lot of steps that AI cannot do. But the part of it that they are using AI to generate now is the code. So it is solving the business problem that the job of a software engineer is not just writing code alone. They must ensure that they do all the requirement analysis before they actually write the code, and also ensuring that the software is actually meeting the need of the organization through testing and all the other things they do. So it is beyond just generating code. Now, the generation of code can enhance and improve the time that it takes for a software developer to finish a project. So that might lead to organizations reducing the number of people that they have to bring in or hire into the team. Okay, so they might not need as much as they need before, because now with AI too, it can enhance the level of productivity that a few people can now achieve. So I would say that AI is not going to replace software developers, but it can also reduce the number of software developers that organizations need. Okay, it can reduce the number of developers that organizations need, because maybe what is taking them 3 weeks, 4 weeks to finish before, now they can get it done maybe within 2 days. Maybe what is taking them 3 months before, now they can get it done within 2 weeks. So it might help them to solve the problem faster, and with that, they might reduce the number of workers that they need to hire for the role. And that is one thing that we have to bear in mind. And what that means is that as a software developer, you must be at the top level in your learning, in your growing, and in your understanding, so that you are up to date with your knowledge and ensuring that you are very fast in many of the emerging tools developed to enhance the productivity of a software engineer. So you will have to adapt with some of the emerging AI tools if you want to stay relevant, okay? And you shouldn't fear that AI will replace your job, because if you are one of the top performers on your job, you will still have your job ready, okay? So what I will conclude is the fact that, yes, there might be a reduction in the number of software developers or software engineers that are hired by big organizations, but it's not going to replace the job of a software developer totally, because the job of a software developer is beyond just coding. They do a lot of analysis, they do a lot of preparation, business analysis before they actually write the code and test it. So the coding part can be enhanced with AI, but beyond that, there are a lot of other things that software developers do that companies still need, that they cannot use AI to replace them. So I hope this tip help you. So if it helps you, please like it and share it so that others can benefit from it. Thank you so much. I'll see you in my next video.